off-road jungle trail. Off-road. Climbing up, gaining some altitude. These are steep ones, and you can see we are climbing quite high. We have gained quite some altitude, and you see over there. Outside you can zoom, maybe some temple or something like that. Descending, returning because the road was not existent after a while, so we returned. Very narrow road. At least they've made some tar over here, and these are like some schemes to make some private bungalows. They would make some private bungalows in this area. That's what the concept is. I asked some locals, and all like open land, government land. Maybe somehow they would buy these lands and make some projects. Quite some natural trail out over here, and they've covered the path. Rocks cut over here. You can see the boundary walls as well. So maybe those boundary walls are made by some government body or some private body, I'm not sure. And you see on those boundary walls, there's a nice bamboo, a bunch of bamboo plantations on the front. You can see that. Yes. Couple of bamboo trees. And over here as well on the left, we see some bamboo plantations. Let's stop over here. Bunch of bamboos. And you see over here it's quite silent. There's no much noise. Quite an different experience. It's not very long trail, but see, I'm not sure what is there inside. Maybe the car can go. Now we go a little bit more ahead. We are returning now, and we've just come back to this place where we found some more private bungalows being made. Let me take a zoom over here. I think these are some private bungalows being made. That's quite a big project. I can see that. This is again a big one. So they might be going through this off-road and making it. Quite a over here as well. Let's try to go inside. Or maybe no, because there isn't much thing. You see those some bungalows being made out over here. Maybe some private properties constructed. And we now return back. Let the vehicle pass so that it's convenient for both. Resort out over here, hotel resort, La Shimmer. Quite a good property with some cottages and all. La Shimmer resort. I think it's all about La Shimmer and some more cottages and bungalows. The hills at Untitled Bhayandar. That's the Untitled area in Bhayandar. You can see they are drying up the. क्या है ये?
ये जवला.
Jawla. That is some kind of an. What they are doing is the fresh catch of jawla. That's what the local call jawla. Some kind of fish, seafood. They are drying it. They have collected it. On the back side over there is the sea, and on the other side of the hill, and you would see a lot of fishing happening over there, and they get this fresh catch and dry it out over here. Cleaning is happening on the floor, and then they dry it out. There's a huge garbage dumping area on this part of the hill. And that's a very big garbage dumping area. You can see it's quite smelly as well, but I'll just take a snapshot of what's written over here. Mira Bhayandar Waste Processing Unit, and the trucks are going loading, and they would do the garbage collection out over here. This Javla fish is also dried on the road. Unfortunately, this is how it has been dried. You can see people do eat it this way, maybe some cleaning, I don't know, but then I would not personally like it if it's dried this way. Anyways, I don't eat fish, I don't eat any non-vegetarian, so it's anyways. Now we go back towards the main road, and it will take around more 2 to 3 minutes to go back on the main road, which is the Uttan junction, from where either you can take the Gorai route or you can go to the Uttan route. There are 2-3 routes. So that junction we will just reach in another 2 minutes. I'll show you, so that then you might get an idea where did I go and what's the road all about. Small village. Came from Mira Road side, crossed Bhayandar Maxus Mall and all that, took the path towards Gorai. Midway you find this junction, which is the Uttan junction. I took a right to take to this hill in this particular area. Now we are returning. There is 1 or 2 more smaller resorts on the edge of this road, just on that junction, the circle. This part of the road is quite nice. Tar is good, and we just take another half a minute to reach. This is over here on the left is the Silverdor Resort and Club. Quite a big resort and club, and this is the junction. At this junction you take a left to go towards Mira Road, and back to the Mira Road. Right you go towards you go to straight, you would go towards the Uttan, and then further you can take I'll show you the place over here. The backside was the Mira Road from where I came. That's a very nice thing made up. Right you take the Uttan beach on the other side of the hill. Left I'm going to take from this junction is, that's a nice monument made. Left I'm going to take towards the Manori or the Gorai. So let's go towards the Manori or the Gorai side. On the Uttan side there are a couple of resorts on the other side of the hill. What we went on the other side of the hill, there are a couple of Uttan and Pali resorts and a couple of private bungalows as well, and then the fishing industry and all those small villages. And we have taken the left from this junction, which would go towards Manori and Gorai. Near the Gorai you have the SL World. So by road, if you want to go towards the SL World, you take the same road, and another 20 minutes drive and you could reach the SL World. On this way you would find so many big and small resorts and places to have some food or some local food and delicacies. A lot of areas to see, and the sea is not very far off. On the right hand side is the sea. You can imagine on the right hand side is the sea, and we would be very close to the sea. Maybe just half a kilometer on my right is the sea. There are the Karai Beach as well. You see, SL World is just 6 kilometers from here. So this road is the SL World road. Lot of private bungalows, resorts, SL World. And yes, the Golden Pagoda, what you have, the Vipassana Center, Golden Pagoda, the famous one, is also just next to the SL World. If I go straight on this road, I would find another diversion, take a straight towards Manori or take a left towards Gorai. If I take a left, it would be SL World and Golden Pagoda. But if I go straight on that road, I would find the Manori. And on the Manori Beach or the port, there is a ferry which takes you, the people as well as two-wheeler motorcycles. That ferry can take you to the other side across the water and make you land near the Marve Beach on the Malad side. So that's a very quick way from this side of the island and other side of the island if you want to reach. Over here there is a big judicial training institute on my right. On my right is this big establishment of Indian Judicial Training Institute, residential training and experience, some kind of institute. And that's a big establishment, quite a nice location what they have. You would find a couple of bungalows over here, some resorts, and this is the Ram Ratna residential school. It's a residential school, Ram Ratna, quite a famous one. We have some resort coming up on my right. It's not, I think, inaugurated, but a couple of cottages and things. And across you can see there is again a valley. So between the two mountains, one of the mountain we saw the couple of things, then the valley, and then the other side of the mountain. At this part, we go ahead straight, and now SL World is around 5 kilometers. We are not exactly going to SL World, but when we will go to somewhere on the beach side, Pixie Beach Resort, Gorai Beach, all of those things come on this particular route. A lot of restaurants, mostly around the local food, and we would try to hop into one of the restaurant and try some local snack and food and some lunch and return back. This is the Gorai police station checkpost. I cross this checkpost and go ahead. So this is the way you go to the Pixie Sea Resort. Over here, let me take a zoom and just explain you. This is the Pixie Sea Resort. It's exactly on the sea, and you go straight on this road around for 2 or 3 kilometers. There will be some kind of an off-road as well. There's written over here TikTok Bash. I don't know if TikTok is doing some event out over here. But you go over there around for 2 kilometers or 3, and a couple of turns and twisties, some off-roads, and you will reach bang on the beach on the Pixie Resort and other 2 or 3 other resorts as well. At this junction, if you take a left, you can see that board. The left takes you towards the Gorai Beach, SL World Water Kingdom, and the Global Pagoda. That's where the pagoda is. So all that is left. If I take a right, which I'm going to do, I'll go to the Manori Beach side and the Manori Jetty. Jetty is where I told that you can take a ferry and go the other side. So we are taking the Manori route and try to see, find some restaurant. This is the Karai Village, small village. Depends a lot on the fishing industry. Quite a good village as such. And we will go straight to cross this village and go towards the Minori Village. So we are crossing the Karai Village. Just found this 1930 place, and the architecture is over here quite old architecture, maybe a mix of Portuguese and mix of those kind of reflections in these old buildings. There aren't many modern buildings out over here. It's a old town. Some of those houses have been renovated. However, some of those are still with the old style. Small narrow lanes. You see over here the old style buildings. This is the Karai Police Station, and over here on the right hand side you see this particular house, again an old style house. You have a kind of a veranda. Most of the things are wooden made. It's a different architecture. Manohar Villa. And over here you see quite a old style home. Most of this is wooden made again, with some big compound in the area, a lot of free space. On the right hand side, most of the roads go towards the beach because the sea is very close by. Just half a kilometer or something like that is the sea. So these are all sea facing kind of areas. What you see is the Golden Pagoda, the Vipassana Center. It's a big, massive structure, the Golden Pagoda Vipassana Center. It's for the meditation and things like that. They have a chain of those pagodas. Other nearest one is at Igatpuri. So, as I told you, the left hand side of that junction was going towards the Karai Beach. It was going towards this SL World and this pagoda, Water Kingdom, and I took the right hand side towards the Manori Beach side. But you can still see at certain points this particular pagoda, and just imagine just next to the pagoda is the Water Kingdom. On the left hand side, a little bit on the left hand side, just next to the pagoda, just next is, from this particular angle you can't see the whole of this SL World, but you can see very smaller buildings, which is the SL World and the Water Kingdom, just exactly left of the pagoda. So that's what the Golden Pagoda is all about. And now we are going towards further the Manori Jetty, and let's see, find a restaurant. There are a couple of resorts I'm aware of, and I will try to get in one of the resort for some lunch, and hopefully I will try to find a sea facing resort for our lovely lunch ahead. There are a lot of ponds made over here for collection of the rainwater. These ponds help in the summer season because you can use those water for farming in this area. And just within just couple of minutes we would be reaching in some good restaurant, and I'll keep you posted. We reached the Minori Village, Minori town over here. On the right hand side, you see all these small ways go to beach itself. There are so many small big home and resorts. We'll try and see this Manori Bell resort and go inside, See if they have a restaurant open. That's the Manori Beach Resort. I'll ask him if the restaurant is open. Restaurant है? सीधा लेफ्ट वाले से जाओ।
आगे लास्ट में वाले रिसेप्शन है।
हाँ उधर ही रेस्टोरेंट भी उधर ही है एंड में। Okay, so they have a restaurant and we'll go towards this car parking side and park my car over here and then go walking. Park my car on this side. Then a little bit we'll go walking. So we have come to this place called Minori Village Resort and we parked the car on the outside, walked a little bit and come all the way over here. Large property full of plantations and coconut trees and other trees, and see on the back side is the sea. Over here you can have a relaxed time, sit over there, and trees all across, a restaurant, a taper restaurant what they call, and there's a large garden, all nature, quiet place, light music going on. This is the Manori Beach Resort, and we'll have some lunch over here. I'll show you a little bit of the garden as well. When you go on this side, just show you some area. This is where you enter, and it's all plantation and nicely made, some offices, some playing area for the kids and all that. So I'm not taking a whole overview but just taking you to a small having this ice candy gola.
चम्मच वाला क्या कांडी वाला चम्मच ना
चम्मच नहीं, वो स्टिक हाँ स्टिक डाल के खा सकते हैं ना. I came from there, from the resort, and then over here you see this is the beach at Manori. Some ice candies, just had some ice candies, gola as we call, and then far off what you see, it's some palm resort. This is the Manori stretch, and behind this mountain is the Karai part. So this is the Manori Beach over here. The beach is pretty clean. A lot of rocks over here, so maybe not good for any swimming because you might get hurt. And all the trees and over here. So this is the Manori Beach. At the evening, maybe a lot of people would come over here. Just had this yummy ice candy, and now we'll go further, or maybe just return back to home. A small drive. Good. We've come to the end of this road. This is the Manori Jetty, and this is the end of the road over here. Over there you see is the jetty, and from there you can take, I'm going to turn my car from here because there is no point going further. You can go through your motorcycle for the next 100 meters. And from there you can take a jetty, which is like scheduled at every half an hour or 15 minutes, something like that. Takes you to the other side of Mumbai and drop you at the Marve. So that's the Manori Jetty. Now we are again going back. And this is all marshland over here. There are a couple of more resorts, small and big resorts over here. I'll just show you one point. These are all the marshy lands. Just 1 minute and I'll show you. See out there? And if I zoom across, on that side you see the building. It's on the Mumbai side. Those ships you can see, lot many ships. Actually these are fishing ships. And there are so many other smaller boats, fishing boats. And from this point we can see some more boats. See those buildings on the back side? They are all the Mumbai side, the Malad side. And now we are heading back towards our home. It was a nice drive. Major part of this area is like this marshy and all that, and then the fishing industry is good. So now we start our return journey. And hope you guys enjoyed along with us.